Listen, I can sit here and lie and say no, but scoreboard pressure is always there. It's always there, but it doesn't count for nothing if you don't do the job. So I think that if you're playing second, of course, you'll know the other team's result, but primarily you have to focus on yourselves. But it can certainly add weight, especially at this time of the season.
Hello and welcome
You
back
know,
to the Celtic Forever podcast. It's been a few days for we've been on. I was really busy during the week, so we're just going to do the preview of Celtic versus Hearts today. So apologies for anybody that was waiting on us midweek. Let's hear hello to John. How you doing, John?
I'm all right. Sander, how are you?
I'm okay, John. Just really busy through the week here, so going to do a podcast. So we're back on the podcast tonight to discuss tomorrow's game. How are you feeling about it, John? You nervous?
You should be going out there and wiping the flare with him, Sander, you know?
Yeah, that's it. And hopefully we will. So we'll get into that, John, in the preview. But first of all, we'll do the housekeeping, get it out the road nice and early. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you can, please. That would be appreciated if you could do that. And also join us on the Facebook page, Xander Join over on Facebook for some extra content, extra clips, videos, etc. And the competition for this week, we've got more entries, on Facebook than what we do on YouTube. So let's get entering the competition, people on YouTube. And it's very simple. We're looking for the correct score in the game on Saturday against Hearts. Correct score, final score, if you will. Correct entries. If there's more than one, that will go to a draw, obviously. So one guess each into the comments to win the Chris Sutton Legends frame print or the Celtic Forever lighter or the pen. The choice is yours if you're the winner. So get entering folks into the competition. And Barry, John, he's claimed his prize. So that's last week's winner. Barry Murphy, he's claimed his prize. He's not keeping too well. Another one of our listeners not keeping too well, John. So good luck to Barry. He's just had a wee bit of bad news with his health. So my thoughts will be Barry.
Aye, absolutely, aye. All the best to you, Barry, if you're listening, mate. All the best. Hope you recover pretty quick. Don't know what's wrong with you, of course, but like, all the best, mate. And I hope you enjoy your... Was it a lighter Barry chose, aye?
Barry chose the frame, the Henrik Lahr, beautiful frame as well. He chose wisely. That's a lovely frame print there. So he's chosen the Henrik Larsson frame print, John.
All right. I will enjoy that Barry.
Yeah.
Bring back some good memories for you, mate.
Yeah, that's it. He's a nice lad. I was talking away to him, so he's appreciative of his prize as well, John. So congratulations to him, and good luck to everybody that enters the competition for tomorrow. You're running out of time. 3 o'clock tomorrow's the cut-off time, so get your correct score entries in, folks. Let's get into some news, John, before we got into the preview of the game on Saturday. The new strip, John, obviously, but this has not been confirmed as the new strips, but it's looking as though this is going to be the new strips on screen there. I like the away one, John. What are you thinking of these two strips?
I've never been a fan of Celtic away kits. The last Celtic away kit I think I liked was the season we get into the UEFA Cup final. I think it was that strip kit, but the yellow one with the green shorts.
Yeah, that was the strip. Yeah.
Aye, that was the last one I liked. I've never been a fan of Celtic's away strips ever since.
Yeah, there's been a few. There's been a few I've liked. I liked the Bumblebee one. I really enjoyed that. That was a nice strip, the Bumblebee one. And there's been a few others. A few white ones that I liked as well. It was just pure white with the Celtic logos on the front. They were quite nice as well. So yeah, there's been a few nice ones, I think, John.
I agree with you there. Some of the white ones were quite... I didn't like the Bumblebee strip, by the way. I didn't like that.
Did you not?
No, I didn't like that at all. But I liked the white one, the Lubo Moravchik area, the white kit. That was nice. Now, some of the white kits are pretty nice, but my favourite one was the yellow one with the green shorts, the Henrik Larsson era. And the last away strip I actually had, I used to wear it to 5 sides every week, you remember? The black one with the gold collar.
Yeah, that's right, John. Remember that. Yeah, that black one was quite nice, actually, wasn't it? The away strips. But yeah, there's been a few nice ones, I think, John. What do you think of the home one, though? You liking that, the home strip?
Compared to this season's, I prefer this season's under with the black Adidas on the shoulders. I think it's quite a nice kit. The black collar and the black stripes on the shoulders. I think that looks pretty nice, that kit, this season's one. But it still looks nice though. It's a Celtic strip, isn't it? Any green and white Celtic strip's a nice strip.
Yeah, well said, John. Actually, I think it's quite nice. But nobody liked this year's strip, and it's grew on a lot of people. So maybe the new one will do the same, John. All right, moving on away from the strips. Scales, 4-year contract. Everybody knows about it. So we might as well have a wee tuppence worth on it, John. Scales, 4-year contract. Good news, that, I suppose.
Aye, it's good news. Of course it is. Me and you are both big fans of Liam Scales. I know there's quite a few Celtic fans or no fans of Liam Scales. I don't know why. I mean, who are they comparing Liam Scales to? Is it Carter Vickers or whatever? I mean, Scales isn't as good a defender as Carter Vickers, is he? Let's be honest. He's no as you don't feel it as assured as what you do with Carter Vickers, is what I mean. Big, solid, well-built player, takes no nonsense. But Liam Scales, brave as a lion, isn't he? I love him. I think he's a cracking defender.
Yeah, John, I was listening to one of the podcasts I used to listen to a while back. I've not the time to listen to any podcasts because we do this, but I was listening to it the other day, and one of the guys on there was basically saying we need a new centre-half to go along beside Cameron Carter-Vickers, and I totally disagree with what he was saying, John. I think Scales is ideal in there beside Vickers.
I agree with you. I don't have any problem with Liam Scales. Like I says, how many man of the match performances? Well, like I says in previous podcasts, how many man of the match performances have we gave Liam Scales? I felt very assured with Liam Scales at the back beside Vickers. Mm-hmm. So if anybody's thinking we need a new centre half, it's going to cost a lot of money to get another centre half as good as Vickers. Look, we've brought in 2 centre halves to try and partner Carter Vickers, Laga Bielka and the Rocky. None of them are half the player Liam Scales is.
Yeah, that's why Liam Scales is number 1 pick every single week. Another reason he didn't play a couple of games was his injury, so he's first picked ahead of both Rocky and Laga Bielka. Anyway, 4-year contract, John, that keeps him here to 2028. So I think that's a brilliant deal, and it's good news for the Celtic supporters.
It's good news for the Celtic supporters that like him. But like I says, there is a few that don't. And as I says, I don't know why they don't like him. Because his performances are there to see for everybody. He doesn't bottle it for anything. He's right in there for everything. He wins most of the stuff in there. He can pick a pass. He's got a wee bit of pace about him. Not too fast, but he's got a wee bit of pace about him. I like him, Xander. I'm delighted with the 4-year contract.
Yeah, I'm the same, John. All right, then we'll leave that one there. Let's move on. Maeder's definitely back tomorrow, John. Whether he's playing or not is another story, but he's back, which is great news for us with the Glasgow derby coming up, because he more or less keeps Tavernier quiet, doesn't he, Maeder? But there's a bit of a dilemma there, John, isn't there, for Forrest, who to pick over Forrest and Maeder now, John, with the form that James Forrest is on.
I don't think so. I think he'll play Forrest on the right and Maeder on the left, Sander.
Do you think? Do you not think? Well, I think he's suited on the left now, John Forrest. I think he's been outstanding there on the left. But you could be right. Forrest on the right, Maeder on the left. I didn't even think about that. That's something that could happen. Dropping Kuhn. Don't know, John, but it's a bit of a dilemma nevertheless, isn't it?
It is a dilemma. But look, if Maeder's fit to play the more, he's going to play him. It's as simple as that. But between Kuhn and Forrest, the way Kuhn's been playing recently, he's not been too good. He gets a booking, he falls out the game. Doesn't even have to get a booking to fall. He gives you 15 good minutes, then falls away. So, I think it's possible he might start with Forrest and Maeder the more. I've got a feeling about that. But what position they play in, I don't know. If it's playing against Rangers, he's got to play Maeder on the left to keep the penalty boy quiet, you know?
Yeah. Well, we'll wait and see what happens, right? But I just think, what I personally think, we'll get to our 1 to 11 team on Saturday in a wee minute, John. But I think he's going to start with Forrest on the left and Kuhn on the right. Maybe Maeder not quite fit, we don't know. But even if he is fully fit, I think you'll start with Forrest. But we'll get your 1 to 11 in a wee minute, John, as well. Brendan Rodgers, manager of the month. award for April, John. So congratulations to Brendan Rodgers. But we want to win this Manager of the Month for May, don't we? Because if he wins Manager of the Month for May, he's won a double.
Aye. I've never thought about things that way, you know. If only he could win Manager of the Month for May. But aye, you're absolutely right. If he could win Manager of the Month for May, I think there wouldn't be a dissatisfied Celtic fan anywhere on the planet, because that's an award I'd love to see myself.
Yeah, exactly. Congratulations to Brendan anyway, and hopefully picks up the May award as well, John. And just before we get on to the preview of the big match on Saturday, one more wee bit of news. On this day, John, it was the Albert Kidd Day. We all remember it. Celtic had to win by 5 clear goals, and Hearts had to lose to Dundee, and both of these things happened, John. Obviously, Albert Kidd scoring the winning goal. Albert Kidd, obviously a Celtic supporter. He never got to play for Celtic, but he's up there in the history books, isn't he, Albert Kidd? So thank you to Albert Kidd, John, on this day all the years ago, Celtic beating St Mirren 5-0.
Aye. That's become a thing with the Celtic fans, isn't it? Albert Kidd Day.
Yeah.
But aye, again, I was only young, of course, but I remember it.
Yeah, I remember it too, actually. I was only young. So thank you to Albert Kidd anyway, John. That was great memories there. Winning the league with Hearts, losing to Dundee, and Celtic winning 5-0. So we're looking for a similar sort of result on Saturday, Celtic against Hearts, obviously. All right, that wraps up the wee bits of news anyway, John. Let's get into the preview. Celtic versus Hearts, 3 o'clock kick-off. The first thing I noticed about this game, John, was it's no live on the telly, but Rangers are playing at Ibrox tomorrow, so they've chose that to be the live game. So first against third, not live, but second against fifth is live on Sky Sports.
Aye, it's a weird one, that, isn't it? Sky Sports showing a Derby team's home game anyway in the first place. It's very strange, unless they're playing against each other. It's you don't see it very often.
Yeah. But I just thought Celtic being top of the league, and I mean Celtic Hearts is a massive game at the best of times anyway. But they've chose to show the Rangers against Kilmarnock game at Ibrox on Sundays. It doesn't matter anyway, John. It's just sort of bring that up. I just found that a wee bit strange, not showing the Celtic game. But 60,000 there at Celtic Park on Saturday anyway, John. A mammoth game, John. Massive game. I know Naismith said an early goal to keep Celtic fans quiet, but we are at home, but we're looking for the early goal, John, to push on and put this game to bed early.
Look, Celtic are they're no mugs. You know, Hearts have beat us twice this season. The time they beat us at Celtic Park, they had 2 attacks and they get 2 goals at it for some reason. And the second time they played us the full game with 10 men. Right. And penalties that won the penalties and all that stuff. So, look, you've got to take... They should be looking at that. Look, we were very lucky to beat them. And they were. The first time I says, look, well done. You beat us with 2 attacks, got your goals, well done, Hearts. But the second time was just, I don't know, just ridiculous, wasn't it? It's something that will live long in my memory anyway, that last time we played them. The sending off that was never a sending off, and the penalty that was never a penalty. John Beaton, of course.
And talking about refs, Clancy's the ref for Saturday, and Walsh is the VAR assistant. So that's your 2 men on the ref and VAR, Clancy and Walsh. Thanks to We Would Never Sell a Club for £1 for that, because it saved me looking it up. So yeah, we need to be very wary of going in heavy on tackles, anything like that, John. Any last man, you know, don't drag them back, just let them run through and goals. We just can't afford to be down to 10 men on Saturday, can we?
No, we can't afford to go down to 10 men at all. It was Beaton was on the VAR at Tynecastle, wasn't it? It was Don Robertson was the ref. Beaton was on the VAR. 2 cheats, complicit in their corruption, if you want to look at it that way. But we've got to be very careful on Saturday. We've got to be very, very careful with Hearts. And I'm sure the Celtic players will be well drilled, so they know what they need to do. It'll be a big crowd, 60,000. I think it'll be a full house tomorrow. And I think the fans will be right behind them for the get-go. I'm hoping anyway. Look, we don't know what's going to happen. We'll see tomorrow. I think we're all a wee bit nervous coming up to it because of previous results against Hearts. But this is a different day and we've got better players back, so fingers crossed.
Yeah, that's it, John. It's got to be nervous for everybody, especially if the game goes on and on. It's still nothing each. You know, the fans will start getting a wee bit nervous. So we're looking for an early goal just to put everybody's minds at ease, if you like. So yeah, if we're looking for any sort of win tomorrow, it doesn't matter if it's a last minute on goal deflection, any 3 points to put the pressure on Rangers by going 6 points clear, John. That's all we're looking for.
That's it. That's all we're looking for. But easier said than done, isn't it? It's a big game. Celtic will be surely be focused on their defensive performance the more as well as their attacking performance, because we haven't had that many clean sheets this season, have we?
Certainly not. No. No, not a lot. I've not got the figures in front of me, but we've conceded a lot of goals this season. We'd really have, you know. In fact, look at the last 3 games. We conceded against Dundee at the weekend. We conceded 3 against Aberdeen. I think we conceded 3 against Rangers as well. So we're conceding goals right, left, and centre really. So we need to shore up our defence tomorrow, John.
Aye, but defending starts for the front, doesn't it? That was always the Celtic way. But there has been a lot of times we've been exposed at the back, and we need to cut that out. That defence is going to really tighten up for these last 4 games, and that's really important that defence tightens up and stops leaking goals.
Yeah, I agree. And it's obviously our holding midfielder's got a big part to play in that, John. So I know it's on everybody's lips just now. Awata, McGregor, who does he go with? Who do you think he should go with, John? I know we'll get to 1 to 11s in a wee minute, but who do you think he should start with? Is captain McGregor or Awata?
I think you should start with both of them. And I think Mattarelli, I've been saying it for weeks, drop Mattarelli, he's just no performing now. I think McGregor should be pushed up and put Awata in the holding role with Hatate beside him. I think that's the way Celtic's midfield should be now to the end of the season. Maybe give Mattarelli a bit of a fright getting trapped, but look, if any Celtic fan thinks Mattarelli shouldn't be trapped, let us know in the comments, because his performances have been very, very poor.
Yeah, I'm also hearing rumours that he's up for player of the season, Mattarelli. I think he's up for player of the season because he's one of the very few players that's not been injured. He's played the full season, Mattarelli. So maybe that's why he's up for player of the season. But he's nowhere near player of the season, Matt, this season, is he? Maybe the first half, yeah. But the second half, he's not been firing on all cylinders.
No, Mattarelli used to be a standout player. You used to watch the games and Mattarelli used to watch him. You used to go, what a player he is. He's all over the place. He's winning everything. He's setting up attacks. He's not doing that in the second half of the season. So, if you're not performing in the position of the part you're put in, you should be dropped. It's as simple as that. And to me, Mattarelli, like he says, second half of the season hasn't performed.
Do you think it's maybe too much of a gamble for Brendan to do that, John? Push Callum McGregor up 1 and bring in Awata and drop O'Reilly? Do you think it's too much of a gamble with 4 games to go?
No, I don't think it's a gamble at all. Like, what is a top class player? We've seen it. So I don't see it as being a gamble. Is it a gamble pushing Callum McGregor up? I don't think so, because I think you get a lot more out of Callum McGregor when you push him up 1.
I totally agree with you, John. I'd love to see it. But it's maybe something he should have tried at the start of the season, you know. But now watch this space for that one, John. Let's get into the 1 to 11 then, John. Moving on for the Awata dilemma, if you like. What's your starting 11?
Aye. It's going to be Joe Hart, Vickers, Scales, Johnson and Taylor, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Centre of the park, it's always the dilemma in it, but it kind of picks itself with McGregor being able to play. So it's going to be McGregor, Hatate and O'Reilly.
Mm-hmm.
Although I don't think it should be that. I think that's what it will be. And up front, I think it's going to be, like you says, I think it's going to be Kuhn, Kyogo and James Forrest.
Your starting 11 is the exact same as mine, John. Exact same. And probably the same for a lot of Celtic supporters. Maybe there'll be a wee tweak there. Iwata, maybe a wee tweak with Forrest, who knows? We'll wait and see. And maybe even a wee tweak, John, with Kyogo being dropped and Ida put up front for that big physical presence up there against the Hearts defenders, John.
Nah, I don't think he's going to start either. Well, we don't know. It could very possibly start with either. Me personally, I think I would like to see Kyogo, because I think he's a big game player, isn't he? Kyogo. And he does nothing but run and put goalkeepers and defenders under pressure. That's why I think it's a good idea to start with Kyogo. Get them running at their defenders, shutting them down, force them into making mistakes and all that stuff. So I think you should start with Kyogo.
Yeah. And what about their danger man, John? Just touching on them because we need to, because that's how we're playing. The big man up front, the big striker, the big guy that does nothing against Rangers. Shanklin, John, do you think he's going to score against us again? Do you think he's going to pose a massive danger to us on Saturday?
Of course he could pose a danger to us. I watched him the last Scotland game and he missed an absolute sitter. And absolutely shanked it right out of the bar. It was fitted in his name, know what I mean? Right into the crowd. He's a half decent striker, Shanklin, didn't he? We've got to be very wary of him. And I don't know, we'll see what happens. Whoever's up against Shanklin, is it going to be Scales? Is it going to be both of them, Scales and Vickers? Between the two of them, they should be able to shut him at Sander.
Yeah.
They shouldn't be getting anywhere near the box to start with.
Yeah. I mean, we're going to go into the betting in a wee minute, John, and the prices for the Hearts win is on. I mean, Dundee had better prices for a win against Celtic than the Hearts have got on Saturday, John. So, in fact, let's get into that, John. Let's get into the betting, the wee betting section. Gamble responsibly, of course. Let's get into the 2-9, John. Celtic win, 6-1 the draw, and 13-1 a Hearts win at Celtic Park on Saturday, John. So, I think Dundee were 10-1 to beat Celtic when we played Dundee there last weekend, and Hearts are 13-1 to beat Celtic. So the bookies again, Hearts better odds have beat Celtic than Hearts. Dundee better odds of beating Celtic than Hearts.
Aye. I think Dundee, we played them away. Maybe that's why. It's at Celtic Park. Hearts have already beat us at Celtic Park, so that shouldn't be nothing to go by. I'm sure the odds for Celtic getting beat with Hearts at Celtic Park were around about the same. They gave Hearts 13-1 back then as well, probably 15-1 maybe.
Yeah, and I know we've had a few sticky performances there in the last few weeks, but we're still unbeaten, John. We're still 3 points at the top of the league, and we're into a Scottish Cup final. So, the form's there. The form is there. We should be coming to Celtic Park tomorrow with all 3 points.
Aye, it's not all doom and gloom. I'm just thinking back to previous results against Hearts, which weren't good, as we all know.
Yeah.
But can you see Hearts beating Celtic 3 times in the one season?
Yeah, that's it, isn't it, John? It's a big ask for them to do that as well. You've got to look at it that way. But we should come out of there comfortable winners on Saturday, John. We really should. But we can just wait and see what happens on Saturday. And let's get into the first goal scorer, John. Ida and Kyogo both 41. Parma and O'Reilly both 71 to score the first goal. James Forrest 17-2. Outside bet Vickers 28-1. So that's your betting on the first goal scorer. Correct score betting 2-0, 13-2, 3-0, 7-1, 3-1, 9-1, and an outside bet if you were feeling confident, John, 11-1 for a 4-0 Celtic win.
Aye. Well, I'll tell you what I think when I give my correct score.
Yeah,
but the odds are no bad, aren't they? If you were a gambling man, the odds are half decent.
Mm-hmm. All right, moving on. Head to head, John. Head to head. The last two, obviously, we lost the last 2 games against Hearts, but the 3 before that we won. So 3 wins out of 5. So the head to head isn't great, to be honest with you, but we need to forget about these last 2 defeats, don't we?
Aye, well, it's hard to forget them, innit? Because we're playing them tomorrow, so it brings it all back. Especially the last game at Tynecastle. But I'm sure Rodgers he's got something up his sleeve for the more. I'm sure he has. He's a top-class manager. He should have something up his sleeve for beating a team like Hearts. But Celtic, like any other team, they can't just turn up and just expect to win. Xander, there's got to be a lot of effort in there, the more to beat them.
Yeah.
A lot of effort. And they're playing at Celtic Park on a nice slick surface. Hopefully it's a nice sunny day. Get the players up for it. I'm sure they will be, Xander. I'm sure they will be.
Yeah. Okay, John. And final section for the betting. Xander's Bet Builder.
Xander's Bet Builder.
Xander's Bet Builder, John. Celtic half-time, full-time. Forest to score any time in the game. Forest has got a great record against scoring against Hearts, John. And both teams to score, yes, is priced at £10.50 to 1. So anybody interested in that? £10.50 to 1 for Celtic. Forest to score at any time, and both teams to score, yes. A wee bit more difficult this week, John, isn't it? Both teams to score, yes. We're hoping that doesn't happen.
Now, we're hoping it doesn't happen, but it is a possibility with the leaky defence that we've got. So, any gamblers might be licking their lips with that one, Xander.
Yeah, that's it, John. Forest, anytime, great record against Hearts, John. Forest, I think he scored double figures against Hearts. So, yeah, we're hoping
and he's been on scoring form as well.
That's it, John. He's gone for 3 games in a row. Scoring 3 games in a row, so there's always a possibility there, I suppose. All right, that's the Bet Builder for this week. Good luck to anybody that puts a penny or two on that. So good luck with that, John. All right, John, what's your prediction then for the score, final score?
Again, I think it's going to be a nervy game. Probably similar to that Dundee game, I think. Unless Brendan Rodgers has got another plan, maybe he's wanting revenge or whatever, I don't know. I really don't know. It's a hard one to call into. I'm going to go 2-1 Celtic.
I'm going to say 3-0, John. 3-0 to Celtic. A wee bit more comfortable, I think. But that doesn't mean to say it's not going to be nervy.
Aye, I know, but I just think it's going to be closer than 3-0. We don't know. We can't predict the future, but I've just got a wee feeling in my gut it's going to be a very, very close game. Because Naismith is out there to do everything he can to help his boyhood heroes. We know that for a fact. He did it in the Scottish Cup semi-final. We sat back to them, we get scalped 5-0 at Ibrox for him. And then went out and beat Celtic. I don't think so. I keep saying that. I mean, he's a wrong-un. And that's... Celtic need to rectify the mistakes they made against them.
Yeah, you've also got to look at it's a revenge match for Celtic on Saturday, isn't it, John? They want to go out and put them to bed after the last 2 games, especially the game at Celtic Park. The last time, well, I think we played them off the park, didn't we? And they got a free kick for absolute nothing and scored from it. They got 2 chances, scored 2 goals. Celtic hitting the post and hitting the bar and all the usual things. So I put that right.
Aye, of course we want to put that right. That's number 1 priority, is put that right. That game, I think I says, well done, Hearts. Probably, I didn't say they deserved it, but they got their 2 goals and that was it, wasn't it? Fair enough. Can't argue about it. It was just a bad performance for Celtic. Couldn't put their chances away. Huffed and puffed, had about 100 chances, couldn't put any of them away. But it was a different story at Tynecastle. It still lives long, and it'll still live long in the memory. I'll never forget that game. The cheating that went on there with the officials. So, we can only try and put it right the more, Xander. Hopefully Brendan's got something up his sleeve for the more. That's what I can only hope and pray for that.
Yeah. All right, John. That wraps up the preview. Good luck to Celtic against Hearts on Saturday. It's going to be a good game, no matter what way we look at it. It's going to be a good, exciting game. 60,000 going there on Saturday to watch the game. So good luck to Celtic, as I said. And we'll do the post-match podcast on Saturday night, John. All right. Comments? Have you got any comments for us, John?
Aye, Mad About Football was first up. He says 3 wins, champions. Well, 2 wins, I think. If we beat Hearts and then beat Sefco at Parkhead, I think that's it.
That's definitely it, John. It's the goal difference will be way up. 6 points clear with 2 games to go, at least, because they're not guaranteed to beat Kilmarnock at Ibrox either. So if we win on Saturday and then beat Rangers, it's in the bag.
Aye, well, they play Kilmarnock at Ibrox, obviously, but you see Kilmarnock getting a result there. They're nowhere near Hearts. They're not going to finish third in the league. They've got nothing to play for, really, Kilmarnock. So I can't see them putting in any serious effort against them, Xander. I just cannot see it.
Right, so it's a dead rubber for them then. So
It's a total dead rubber, aye. So there's no chance Hearts doing anything, Kilmarnock doing anything against Sevco, I'm afraid.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. All right, I agree with you there, John. I thought they were a bit closer than that, St Mirren and Dundee. So fair enough. Dead rubber for Rangers. It should be a dead rubber for us as well, because Hearts have got absolutely nothing to play for either. But that's a different story when you've got a man like Naismith in charge of Hearts. So we need to be on our game. So thanks for the comment. It's no 3 wins we need. It is 2 wins we need. So it's easier said than done. But 2 wins is the league title.
Anyway, Roseanne says Tigers are good battlers. They fight till the death and usually win. I'm on the hoop, Tigers. Hail, hail, lads.
Aye, I mean it's that time of the week, John. Isn't it? Friday, Saturday. The big game. We play first. A chance to put real pressure on Rangers. Although, like you just told me there about Kilmarnock, with nothing to play for, they've not really under any pressure, are they, Rangers? But to go 6 points clear tomorrow would be a massive advantage.
Oh, of course, it's a massive advantage. And the game against Kilmarnock for them is a dead rubber for Kilmarnock. It's not a dead rubber for them, Sevco. It's a must-win game, so that could put them under a wee bit of pressure. But I mean, there's a lot of pressure involved in winning a league title, Xander. A lot of pressure. River C Free says, so happy Forrest managed to play for 70 minutes. Ida wasn't doing great, but he's a head taller than the Dundee defenders. I don't know why we didn't use that more. Talking about Ida against Dundee. Should have been on for longer, maybe, do you think?
Aye, John, because I thought when Ida and Awata came on, it made a massive difference against Dundee. I know we're going back a week here, but I thought that made a massive difference. I know Ida squandered more glorious chances to put us ahead, but he holds that ball up brilliant, John. He wins the ball in the air. We can play the long ball when he does up there as well.
They're not playing on a tatty field tomorrow.
Yeah, that's it.
So it's going to be played on a nice billiard table surface. So I think it's all good as far as the surface is concerned. We'll get back to playing the Celtic way, passing it about. We'll wait and see what happens. But I think Ida maybe could have did a better job than Kyogo up front against Dundee, considering the state of the park and their big thuggish defenders that they've got.
Yeah, that's it, John. We're not a long ball team, but we had to try and play the long ball against Dundee because they were pounding our box and we were trying to clear the ball, and it was going up to Kyogo and just coming straight back at us. So I've seen a big difference when Ida came on. So good comment for whoever that. Who was it, John?
River C3.
River C3. Good comment, because there's times in games where Ida's going to come on and do a job for us, John, and that was one of the games, wasn't it?
Aye, I'm not suggesting that Dundee players are all thugs, by the way. When I said thuggish defenders, I mean just big brutes, big defenders, big boys that can take care of themselves.
No, you're right, they're thugs.
Thugs.
All right, mate. Moving on. Any more comments?
Paul McEwen says, hail, hail the Celtic and the women's Celtic.
Aye, well, the women's didn't do too well, did they? I think they got beat with, was it Rangers they got beat with, and then they drew with Glasgow City. It was 3 big games they had to win, John, and they've played 2 so far and no won any of them.
Aye, I watched both of them, aye. I watched the game against Rangers. Rangers weren't in it until the last 10 minutes. They scored 2 late goals. I think the last time I watched one of their games, it was the same. Mm-hmm. But aye, the game against Glasgow City, that Glasgow City are absolutely garbage, by the way. I don't know how they got a 2-each draw to that game. Absolutely garbage. But anyway, a draw they did get, and unlucky the Celtic women.
Yeah. Yeah. So they've got to now go away. I don't know where Rangers play the ladies, but we've got to go away this weekend again and play them again and beat them basically to have any chance of winning the league. So good luck to the Celtic ladies anyway.
Well, they're still 1 point ahead at the top of the league, so I would dare them there, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Are they still 1 point ahead? I thought Rangers, because the Celtic drew and Rangers won in midweek, that they would have caught up with them.
No, Celtic were 3 points ahead, and then they drew with Glasgow City, putting them 4 points ahead. And then Rangers played against Hearts, and obviously brought it back to 1 point. We had 2-0 win.
Yeah, so Celtic still 1 point clear, right? Okay, fair enough. That's good news. So good luck to the ladies in the next game anyway.
Jolly good luck to the Celtic ladies for the remainder of the season. But they need to get their act together and take the chances that they get, because like the men's team, they pass up a lot of easy chances, I think. Still a good wee team though.
Yeah, good luck to them. Good luck.
Right. Elaine says, well done the Hoops. Hail hail Xander and John. Thanks for that, Elaine.
Yeah, cheers, Elaine.
Can't comment on that, but I can only say thanks for your comment.
Yeah, keep the comments coming in, by the way, Elaine. Thank you.
Aye. Roseanne says again, almost a month I was ill, but I'm fine now, thanks guys. I'm going to say 3-0, fingers crossed guys. That's
all right. Yeah, 3-0, John, that's what I say. You think it's going to be closer. And we're happy that you're feeling better, Roseanne, as well. Michelle as well. I sent her a pen, John. I sent her a wee pen, so hopefully that cheers her up. Getting her a wee gift. Hopefully she's got that by now. So hopefully she picks up as well. And good luck with your guest for the competition, Roseanne, and good luck to everybody else that's entered.
I'm glad to hear you're doing well. I know, Roseanne, that's brilliant news. And Michelle will let you know, by the way, she doesn't get her pin. She doesn't hang about. Poor Michelle.
No. She's right on there with the comments, isn't she? So fair dues. And just to touch on the competition, John, before we wrap up the comments this week, Celtic versus Hearts. Correct scores. All we're looking for one guess each to win the Sutton frame print, the Zippo lighter, or the box pen. Your choice if you win. If it's an what do you call it? If it's more than one correct entry, if there's more than one correct entry, it goes to a draw. So we'll do a live draw if there's more than one correct entry. So good luck everybody with that.
Aye. I would like you probably the pen still, which I still haven't received.
Aye, well, it's in the post, John. It must be lost. No. Obviously, I'm going to give you one of the pens whenever I see you. I just never see you anymore, John. So we'll get one. Give you one of them as soon as I see you.
Aye.
You can have a lighter and all, by the way, like your candles if you want.
Nah, I don't want a lighter.
All right. They're beautiful, John. They're beautiful solid steel lighters, but I know a lot of people do collect them, and so far with the prizes, 2 people have picked the lighters, so they're quite popular. So they're a good prize, you know.
Aye, look, they're great prizes. Absolutely fantastic prizes. Just me personally, I don't have a use for a lighter, you know. I've got plenty of use for pens. I like doing crossword puzzles and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
But I don't have a use for a lighter. But there you go. I don't want a pen, by the way, Xander. I was only kidding. Anyway, Paul McComb is up next. He says, well done, Celtic battled well. Scalesy, good game. We'll let Hearts have it 3-0 on Saturday. Another 3-0 prediction there, Xander. Picked up a couple of quid. First goal, Forest against Dundee. Well done, Paul.
Yeah, brilliant. First goal must have been about 10-1 for that last week against Dundee. So well done. Yeah. Good. I hope you made a few quid there, Paul, and get your winnings on the bet builder for this week. And good luck to Paul.
Aye. That's a couple of 3-0 predictions we've had. One for Roseanne, one for Paul, one for you. I'm sure there's more. I think it's going to be closer. I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I hope it's a 3-0, 4-0. That's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah,
6-0 would be better.
Yeah, and there's umpteen entries on Facebook as well, John. I'm not going to run through them, but there is at least 25 correct score entries on Facebook as well. So The last few days it's really picked up, John.
Aye. The Facebook thing's doing pretty well. It's just a pity that YouTube's decided in their wisdom to destroy this channel so far anyway, until it picks up again. Aye, anyway, let's go with the comments. Here's Ander. Rosanna again. I mean, another comment says, "Loved the short one last night, guys." I think she's talking about a short video you put on. "I see you left the best till last." Oh my God, so true. I don't know what video she was talking about, but
oh, that's the Celtic ladies. The Celtic ladies short video. I'm not tell you what it is, so people can go on and watch it. But just look at for the Celtic Forever shorts and the Celtic ladies video there. Just have a wee look at that.
Aye, I know what one you're talking about now. Aye, thanks for that, Roseanne. Aye, it was funny. I enjoyed that one myself.
Cheers, Roseanne. Yeah,
and it's a true depiction of life, shall we say?
Very true. Yes. Totally agree, John. Totally agree.
Rosemary says, "Beat Hearts and draw v Sefco is enough." I think that's enough to win the league, Xander. 4 points ahead of them.
If we draw with Rangers and beat Hearts, I still think we'll win the league, guy. Definitely, in fact, definitely. But and by the way, just touching on a previous comment there, John, I was just thinking about the Kilmarnock game. That could be a cricket score for them on Saturday. That could bring that goal difference right back to level.
Need to wait and see. Need to see what Derek McInnes has got in mind. Well, a lot of the Kilmarnock players, they're not going to follow certain instructions if there's any cheating going on or anything like that. They're professional football players that want to win a game, you know. I mean, the way I think these games could be corrupted or cheated or fixed or whatever, if you like, is a manager he's not going to tell his players lie down to them. A manager's not going to do that. What a manager could do, though, is give instructions that's open to getting thumped. You know, he could instruct his players to play a certain way, a certain formation, knowing that a team's going to exploit that.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean, John, and that does happen. I can guarantee you that happens. You know, you look at last season, right? Here's an example, right? We'll wrap this up in a wee minute, John. Right? I know time's getting on, but in the ladies' game, John, if you remember last season, it was the last game of the season. Celtic were playing. I think Celtic were playing. I can't remember who they were playing, but Rangers were playing. I think it was Glasgow City, and if Glasgow City won, they won the league. If Celtic won, they won the league. But if Rangers won, you know, but it worked out anyway that Rangers let Glasgow City score in the last minute. Do you remember that?
What's to remember it? That was Celtic were playing. What was it? Was Celtic not playing Glasgow City? Or was it Hearts? It was Hearts. Celtic were playing Hearts, and the Rangers women were playing Glasgow City, and they let them score. I remember it well. I just couldn't remember the teams, but it was Hearts Celtic were playing.
Yeah. So anybody that's saying that doesn't happen, or you know, they're crazy, because it does happen. And there's one example, and there's umpteen other examples, John.
Aye, of course there is. It goes on all the time, I think. Especially some of the guys managing teams in this country, you know.
Yeah.
What we need more guys like Neil Lennon managing the teams.
Exactly, John. You know,
there's not enough of that.
Rangers are up against nothing to play for McInnes. They're up against nothing to play for Naismith. So, you know, we're up against the same managers, but when they play against Celtic, John, it means everything to them.
Of course it does, because they want something to celebrate at the end of the season.
Yeah. All right, mate. Any more comments?
That's the equivalent of me or you being a manager. You know what I mean? And playing against Celtic at the end of the season. You wouldn't want my team getting beat, would you?
No, definitely not. No. But they're supposed to be professionals, aren't they? They're meant to be professionals and professional to the very end. But as I say, that Celtic ladies against Glasgow City thing last season is just one example, John.
Aye, right. Rotten to the core, this league is, Xander, and the people running it. Rotten to the core. Anyway, Paul McEwen says 3-0 Celtic. That's another 3-0.
All right. It's going to be a massive draw if it is 3-0, isn't it? It's going to be you're going to need a bigger hat.
Definitely, aye. Thanks for that, Paul.
If Cheers,
Next up, the final comment goes to We Would Never Sell Our Club, and she says, was nowhere near a good enough performance yesterday, but we came away with the all-important 3 points, and St Mirren were desperately unlucky not to get something from the game with Sefco, who were there for the taking. I never seen that game, but I'll take your word for it. We would never sell our club.
Yeah, I'll take your word for it as well, because I never seen it, never read on it, never done anything, wasn't interested. All I was interested in was Celtic getting the 3 points, and that's what happened, and that's all I'm interested in on Saturday, John.
That's all we're all interested in. Get the job done. If it's going to be a close game, 2-1, 1-0, whatever, I'll take that. I'd rather it was 3-0 up at half time and then bang in another 2 in the second half, something like that. I would take that. That would be lovely.
Yeah, I totally agree, John. Thanks for the comment. We would never sell a club for a pound. And thank you for informing me of the officials for Saturday's game as well. I appreciate that, pal. All right, John, that wraps us up for the day then. Good luck to Celtic Saturday. 3 points in the bag. We move on to the Rangers game next weekend. So, as I say, good luck to the Hoops, John. To keep me watching at Celtic TV tomorrow.
Aye, that's what it's on. That's the only place you're going to get it, Celtic TV. So everybody that's kind of get to the game, get searching for it online.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, John, that wraps it up for the night. We'll be back for the post-match on Saturday night. Good luck to Celtic on Saturday. Hopefully we'll be 6 points clear this time on Saturday, John, and we'll catch you on Saturday night.
All right, mate, I'll catch you later. He'll
Right, cheers, pal.